Quakers don't talk about hallowed ground and sacred space, but it is.
Hidden under simple stones
Things have happened here and people are buried here of tremendous significance.
are the remnants of a revolution.
This is the tale 200 years in the making, isn't it?
1819 was the first time that we know in history here that blacks and whites worked together to get enslaved persons or kidnapped free blacks to freedom in the North.
Give someone today a sense of how radical that was.
It was pretty radical for people in the South to be working for abolition of slavery, and slavery had been justified biblically. Southern preachers used Bible verses to justify slavery. So it was unusual for people to find a hook to oppose it. And the hook they found, though, was simply the Golden Rule.
And that good word spread quickly.
Those outlying slaves understood that if we can get to New Garden, that those Quakers will help us.
They helped so many with a system so sophisticated.
You had people who understood what their job was. Their main job was to get you to the next spot.
That exactly 200 years ago, this was the birthplace of the Underground Railroad, complete with a poplar tree that is central to the story.
We call this the Underground Railroad tree. We bring people to this spot because we understand that this tree was a witness to the work that happened here.
Its work still being done in our lifetimes.
This was a forerunner to the civil rights movement of the 1950s, the sit-ins of the 1960s, rooted in the very ground here of civil disobedience, an interracial civil disobedience movement, blacks and whites working together against unjust laws.
Key among them was the Coffin family.
This is Vestal and Alethea Coffin, husband and wife. He was the first conductor on the Underground Railroad here.
Along with his cousin Levi Coffin, who eventually moved to the free state of Indiana.
Their home became known as the Grand Central Station of the Underground Railroad. And between 2,000 and 3,000 enslaved persons went through their home alone.
They were so integral to the system that Harriet Beecher Stowe based the Quaker Halliday family on the Coffins in her classic anti-slave novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin.
This is a history that we can be proud of, and the monuments to it are buried here.
A story of coming together in divisive times. Bob Buckley.
These were simple people, but they had a belief.
Fox 8 News.